All right. All right, let's see. Awesome. So we are live on multiple platforms. Again, we are on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So wherever you are, let's try to make sure we get this smooth. And we are going to address one question today and one question only. All right. We are going to address what happens when you lose your green card. And that doesn't always mean physically losing your green card. It could mean what happens when your green card is denied. All right. So let's address those. So in the meantime, if you guys have questions, please put them in the chat. I am going to try to address them all. It doesn't always happen. I am not ignoring anyone on purpose, just so you guys know. It depends on what really pops up on my screens, here, there, everywhere. And I'm not only on one platform, so while you might not see it, I may be addressing questions from people on other platforms. So good to see you all. I see a bunch of you already, at least on TikTok. I see a bunch of you on Instagram. Awesome. So let's get this started. So what happens if you are a permanent resident of the United States? So you do have a green card already, and you lost that green card. So first, let's address one thing. Did you physically lose the green card, or did you get denied? Was your green card denied? So you had at some point the green card, and then it was denied on a subsequent petition. Okay. So before we go with that, Sahano wants to know what's not going on nowadays, because the refugee camps, nothing is going on. Absolutely. Nothing is going on anywhere. And it's not just the refugee camps. The consulates are mostly closed. Visas are really not being issued. And we are just not talking all immigrant visas. We are talking tourist visas, student visas, and all the other ones. So just so you know, consulates are mostly closed. There are very, very few consulates that are open. If you really want to see where your case is and what is going on, then you have to go to Google, the omnipresent Google, and search US visa wait times, and by location and visa type, it will tell you what is the processing time. Okay, so if you see a processing time listed as 999, that means nothing's moving. All right, that means in most cases, those consulates are only going to accept visas that qualify as emergency. So what really is emergency? Anything that's considered national security or COVID relief, generally speaking, nothing else. Unless it's a matter of life and death, nothing's happening. And I know I get this question quite a bit, so I'll get to you, Alfred. Do you have any idea when they are opening? I wish I did, had that crystal ball, go there and say, hey, when do you think when it's going to open? Nobody knows. The government does what the government does. They are going to reopen depending on the health conditions of their staff at the particular location, how short-staffed they are at that particular location, what is the COVID situation at that particular location outside the embassy or the consulate, the amount of visas that have been backlogged since the pandemic start, and so on and so forth. Right now, National Visa Center, which processes immigrant visas, has a backlog of about 500,000 visas. Just let this sink in for a minute. 500,000 visas. So that will take a long time to catch up on. So even if you apply right now, it will take a long time for you to catch up. And everybody's asking, and on all my other videos. Well, how long is it going to take? I applied for this, I applied for that. I don't know. I'm not a magician and I'm not God. I have no idea. I can tell you how you can extrapolate the data, and I have been giving you guys all that information, okay? But some of you just want the straight answer, and I can't give it to you. You have to do the calculation for yourself based on the dates that you have on your pending application, okay? So let's go over some of the questions that have posted, okay? And let's see, give me 1 second. Let's see. So, all right, so let's see. Let's get some. All right, so more questions. Hi, Aaron. All right. Please give me details. Give me your details for my case and my family. I don't know what that means. If you mean our contact information, our number is 954-466-0070. And then you need to book a consultation and send us all the information and the details about your case. And we are going to take it from there and give you information. And you have asked that in one of our other videos. I have many. I have no idea what you asked, so I don't know what you're telling me. So, Alfred, I responded. Good morning. Appreciate all that. Thank you. My pleasure. No idea when they are reopening. I wish I did. Hello, ma'am. What will happen if I can't? And then I don't know what it says because it's not there. So, Regis, Mr. Kingsley, hi. My mom came for a visit, and I have given her for extension on March. Till now, I didn't hear anything. If you mean your mom came to visit you to the United States and you filed for an extension and you only filed that in March, you have way more months to wait. Right now, processing time for a tourist visa, a B2, okay, when they are already here and you are filing for extension, okay, could be about 7 to 8 months. Some people take as long as 9 months. During that period of time that the extension application is pending, okay, during that period of time, she will not be considered undocumented or visa overstay. So, Regis, you are okay on that. But let me ask you, why are you filing for extension if your mom is more interested in being here? And why are you not petitioning for her to be here? So that's a good question to ask. But you have ways to go if you just filed in March. Hano Lato wants to know, do you think we are still stuck the ruling of Trump? Oh, yeah, we are. And we're going to be there for a long time. Things have changed, but things move slow. We've been in a pandemic for a year and a half. So she can stay until I get a reply from them, or she has to leave. She is allowed to remain in the United States until the government makes a decision on the 539 application, okay? Now, normally, when you're applying for the extension, you are saying, oh, please give me, say, for example, 6 months. If they make a decision in 8 months, even if it's an approval, the approval is going to be for the 6 months only. So by the time you get that decision, it's already going to be over the time. But then she has a very short window of time, okay, to leave as soon as she gets that. So whether she gets an approval or denial at that point is not an issue. What is the issue is how long it's going to take her once she gets that paper to leave, okay? And if she doesn't want to leave, now is the time to do something while she is still in status, okay? So hopefully that helps you. Alfred, I hope that was useful. Give me more information. The quiz. Hello. So I can't find my most recent I-94 online. What can I do? If you cannot find it online, there are other ways to get it. And we can also interfere on your behalf with CBP and try to get you another copy. As long as you entered with a passport and perhaps you still have say your boarding pass from when you entered, if you came by flight, okay, then we can probably still get the I-94 for you, or we can get it fixed if it's not there, okay? All right. If a naturalization is denied, does the green card get denied automatically? Oh, that's a very good question. So I guess you've been there, done that, right? So here is what you need to know, okay? Depends, the reason for denial matters a lot. So why is your naturalization application being denied? First, if naturalization is the process by which you apply for U.S. citizenship, based on the fact that you have been a permanent resident of the United States for 3 or 5 years, depending on your circumstance, okay? So when you are applying for naturalization, the first thing the government does in looking at your application is examine to see if they were correct in giving you the green card in the first place. So what you see on occasion happens like this. You went for your green card interview and you didn't tell them that the night before you were arrested because you figured it's too soon, it's not in the system, and they are not going to find out. You were arrested it was Sunday night, you got arrested, they let you go within an hour, and then the next morning you had your interview and you didn't tell them. And this is extreme, but I'm telling you, there are people who don't disclose. They made a mistake on giving you a green card the first time. If that's the case, when they are denying your naturalization application, they are also going to take your green card away and place you in removal. It really depends on how long ago it was. It depends on the circumstance. It depends. If, let's say, you went for the green card interview, and at that point, okay, you were married, you're on your second wife, second husband, whatever it is. Your first wife finds out that you're going to the immigration interview, and they send a letter in, okay? And they make certain allegations there. If that's the reason they are calling into question your green card, they could take your green card away. You need to be able to overcome that. Is that often? No, but it does happen. If, for example, you committed crimes that make you removable from the United States, that's different than, for example, crimes that make you inadmissible in the United States. Removable is once you're here, you have a green card, they need to kick you out, or you are here on other status, they kick you out. That's removing. Inadmissibility is when you apply for a green card, you want a benefit and they can't give it to you. So in this case, you already have a permanent resident card and they are going to look at how you got it. What happened since then? Did you apply for naturalization too soon? Has it been 5 years since you committed the last crime? Has it been 5 years since you completed all the sentencing requirements and so on? And it really depends on the crime itself. All right. So let's worry about that. I hope that answered your question. What do I need if I want to move to the United States? Oh my goodness, isn't that the $1 million question? Generally speaking, and I address this every time, those of you who are asking these very, very, very general questions, really look through all my TikToks and all my videos because I address this almost every week, okay? There are 5 ways to get a green card in the United States. There are more than that, but generally speaking, okay? Generally speaking, there are 5 ways. Green card lottery, there is a TikTok on that, okay? Investment, I didn't do one on that. So you have to invest to open a business. Getting married in the United States or having a family member petition for you so you can come to the United States. And then you have employment-based and asylum. That's it. Asylum requires you to be in the United States when you're applying. If you're not in the United States, you can apply for status as a refugee. Depending where you are, it's a very long process. As you know, because I just addressed it, consulates are moving really, really slow, and you're not even getting to the consulate part or having a country that you can go to for a long time. So asylum, then family petition, employment petition, investment, or green card lottery. Those are generally that apply to everyone. What do you need? Depends on which one suits you best. Always, if you want to move to the United States or you want to do you want to come here and you want to live here, or you want to come here temporarily on a work visa, your best bet is always book a consultation with an immigration attorney to go over the options. You might have no options, but the attorney is not going to know until they meet with you and they go over your particular situation. And there is actually a TikTok on that as well, since I'm talking to you guys on TikTok, okay? It actually tells you the minimum information that I need to know in order for me to tell you, can I help or not, all right? That's minimum. And then I have a lot more questions. So this is a very general questions. Whenever you say, please, ma'am, help me, I can't do anything for you, so I'm going to ignore you. All right. So I want to visit my fiance. I'm from Ghana and she's in America. You do not get to visit your fiance. If she's your fiance, she in the United States needs to petition for you, okay? If she is a U.S. citizen, she needs to petition for you as a fiance. If she is a permanent resident and has a green card, she needs to travel to you, get married, petition for you, and then you come to the United States. For you to visit the fiance, you can only visit as a tourist, and you cannot have the preconceived intent of remaining in the United States. All right, how do we go about it? How do we go about, if your message was 10 above, I won't remember. Okay. How do we go about what? How do we go about booking a consultation with me? You call 954-466-0070, okay? Also, I read that the 2020 lottery was not closed and that people will be picked from the 2021 group. Okay, guys, this diversity visa lottery is getting out of hand, okay? There is litigation, cases in court taking place because of it. If you want real updates, not from a website in India, not from a website in Middle East, not from a website in South America, you have to go directly to travel.state.gov. That is the official source where you will find the latest and only the official information about that, okay? That's where you really want to go. When I read online, okay, that's a red flag. I'm tuning you out, because people will put online what suits them, okay? Go to the official source. If you want to know why you have pain, you're going to the doctor, right? You're not just Googling online, right? If you want to know why you have stomach pain, you are not going to go and see a brain surgeon. Same thing. Do not believe everything that you see online. Google has all the right answers and all the wrong answers, okay? They're all there. The answer is definitely there. You know how you are going to know which answer is the right one for you? Call an immigration lawyer. You don't have to call me. You don't have to like me. That's fine. But call an immigration lawyer, a U.S. immigration lawyer, an experienced one who can help you determine what is your next step. Were you picked? Were you not picked? Did you get picked because you know you got picked and then you didn't get any notice? Did you get the notice you submitted and now nothing happened? Are you part of the class action lawsuits that are happening right now for those people? All those are very good questions, okay, to look into. All right. Hello, reason I can't apply for green card for my mom. I hold green card. I'm not citizenship. Okay, so when are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen? That's first. And second, you don't know what her options are. Give us a call, okay? We might be able to find a way to bridge the time without counting on this extension, okay? So give us a call and let's talk. I can only apply next year. Regis, where exactly do you live in the United States? Don't give me the city, just give me the state so I have an idea, because I can check to see how long it takes for naturalization in your place. And then you can have a better then you can have a better idea on how much time you actually need to bridge her time, okay? She might have other options. All right, what is the percentage for getting the visa? The percentage for what? Let me explain. That's, again, it's a very general question. And I don't know, somebody just told me, says, oh, your filter is horrible. I'm like, I didn't even realize I have a filter. I guess on the other platform I don't. I didn't even look. So sorry about that if I look a little off, all right? So I guess they put an automatically filter on me. I guess they think I need it. I don't know. I guess they think I need it. All right. So percentage for getting the visa. Let me tell you something, okay? There are 186 US visas, 186 different types of visa, okay? So when you're asking what's the percentage for getting the visa, I have no idea. It really depends. It also varies by country. It also varies type of visa and subcategory of that visa, okay? It really depends on your particular case. It depends on where you are applying. And right now, percentage of getting the visa, close to zero, because right now consulates are closed. That is not the question to ask. The question to ask would be, I want to petition for my spouse, and he is from country X. He's from Pakistan, okay? He's from Pakistan. I want to petition for him. What are the chances of him getting the visa in the next 6 months? And then I can tell you, close to zero. But at least you're giving me some information. The visa. There is no such thing as the visa, okay? There is a lot more that you need to tell me so I can help you, and I want to help you, okay? Coming to matter, my mother came on November 20 and she has to leave April, and you applied. Okay, good. So when are you okay for extension? Okay, so when are you eligible next year to apply for your naturalization? Let me know and let's take care of that, okay? So when someone submits the I-485, after approval of I-360, can he stay in the US legally? It depends on the category for the I-360, okay? So did you get the I-360 approved as VAWA, as a U visa, T visa, widow, religious work? What is it that you got it, okay? And then generally speaking, once you apply for the 485, yes, you can remain in the United States while the 485 is pending. Once you fill out the 485 and the government gets it, until the government has it in their mailbox, you don't exist. Once they have it in their mailbox, the 485, you are in a period of authorized stay by the Attorney General, okay? So at that point, you can stay in the United States legally. That does not mean, it depends on the type of application you had before. That does not mean that if you had unlawful presence, if you had entry without inspection, if you had a bunch of those things, depending on the type of visa, doesn't mean that those things are forgiven, okay? So you really need to know exactly how you filed it, okay? Which state is the fastest USCIS? It doesn't work like that because you cannot forum shop, okay? What that means is you have to file according to your zip code and where your residence is. And every once in a while, I get the client that tells me, well, if I move there and I just get an address, or I pretend I have an address with a friend in another state, depending on which state, is that going to be okay? No, because first, that is fraud. That is not where you live. That is not, that's not where you live, and that's not where you need to file, okay? So you need to file where you live. In certain cases, such as naturalization, even if you move, until you have been in the new place for a certain number of months, you cannot file at the new location. So that's not the way that works. But if you have particular questions, the Queen just said, I can try to help you out, okay? Give us a call and let's see if we can help you. So, Muhammad, let me know about I-360 processing time at California Center. I will tell you only if you are going to tell me the exact category for the I-360, because that makes a difference. So please tell me, and I will look it up. While we have you right here, while you do that, I'm going to look it up. Let's see. So it's not just I-360 California. I need to know the type of application, under what category. Okay, so I'm going to look it up. And when I get your information, well, it doesn't matter. It says all other immigrants, so it depends what it is. They are working right now on, the oldest case they are working on right now is May 2019. So it depends on when you filed it and why you filed it, okay? Lottery is open for Indians. The lottery, okay, is the countries that are allowed to apply change every year. The lottery, it's called diversity visa lottery. That means the United States is trying to attract certain immigrants because we are trying to achieve a certain level of diversity with people from certain countries or people not from certain countries. Right now, for the past few years, it has been that people from India were excluded. That means it's not open for Indians. We do not know what is going to be this year when they reopen again. They are going to reopen sometime in October. You should be on the lookout for that when it happens. And again, I'm going to tell this to every single one of you who are going to ask me again on TikTok. No, there is no filing fee. It is free. If somebody's asking you right now for $39 or whatever it is, remember this. They are taking your money. They may or may not apply when it opens, okay? You have to be the one applying it, not them on your behalf. And you need to apply on your own, and you can do it for free when it reopens, okay? So no, India is not one of them. All right, so let's see. All right, let's take a question from YouTube. Robin, hello, does the approved deferred action from U visa, can you also apply for advanced parole? On U visas right now, we can apply for you for a combination card of employment authorization and travel permit. Give us a call. We can help you with that. All right. If I-751 form is pending for a long time and you're still married to citizen, can the person file for citizenship or has to wait for decision? Excellent question. Excellent question. If you are filing for removal of conditions and it's been pending for over a year and you are still married and living with your U.S. citizen spouse, as long as your spouse was a U.S. citizen for at least 3 years prior to you getting the green card, you can file for a citizenship yourself. You need to make sure that the other party, your spouse, the U.S. citizen, was a citizen for at least 3 years. That's not always the case. Sometimes people wait until they become citizens to petition for their spouses. In that case, the 3 year doesn't matter. You need to be for the 5 years. And yes, you can apply while the 751 is pending. You can also apply if you file, for example, a 751 and it's not a joint petition, it's a waiver petition, and you applied late and it's been pending for 3 years. You can apply after the first 5 years for citizenship anyway. All right, good. You have filled green card 2 years, have never got, I don't know what that is. Give me the rest of the sentence. What does conditional green card mean? Excellent question. So let me tell you what a conditional green card is. Green card, it's also permanent residency, right? When you are getting your green card based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, if on the date they are granting you the green card, they are approving the green card, if on that date you are married for less than 2 years, then you are only getting a conditional green card. Basically, they are saying, we don't know enough about your marriage right now. We don't know for sure that you didn't get married only for green card. So come back in 2 years with a lot more documentation, and we'll look at it again then. And maybe if you have enough and we like you that day, we'll remove the conditions on the green card. All right? Robin again, citizenship application for a green card holder married to U.S. citizen in military has been pending for more than a year. What can we do for that? Citizenship should not last that long, especially for someone married to the military. Okay, Robin, we might be able to help with that, but I would need to know a lot more information. It really depends on, is your spouse deployed? Have they been deployed? Where they are? Are you deployed yourself? Have you lived in the United States with them long enough, or have you lived with them on base elsewhere? There is a lot more to it than that, okay? But generally speaking, the same rules apply for you as well, okay? So give us a call. Lottery is open for Indians? I said no. Okay, so can I visit and marry her? If you visit, that is a non-immigrant intent visa. You come with a tourist visa, okay? And if you're trying to apply for a tourist visa right now, it's just not going to happen because they don't give them, okay? If you are going to get the tourist visa with the specific intent on coming here and marrying her, okay, that is fraudulent. You cannot do that. You should not do that. On the other hand, if she's only here as a student, if she's not a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, then yes, you can come here, you guys can get married, and then you will be expected to go back to your country. Regis, Texas. Okay, good. So let me see. I'm going to try to address a few more questions. Okay, so you're in Texas. You applied in March in Texas. Let me see what's going on with that. Okay, let's see how long it takes, Regis. All right. They say about 14 months, but it's not 14 months. Okay. So I have seen it at about 9 months for the extension. All right. But we're looking at the naturalization. I'll tell you that in a sec. Hold on. We're looking to see how long it's going to take you to get your naturalization. Let's say so in Dallas right now takes anywhere between 11 and 19 months. Let's see in Houston, just so you have an idea. In Houston, it's longer. It's between 17 and 19 months. So I don't know where you live, but that's the amount of time that you also need to count for until you become a citizen. Don't go exactly by that. And the reason for that is, for example, where we are in Fort Lauderdale, they say, oh, it takes anywhere between 3 months and 9 months. We have had people scheduled for interview within 2 weeks of applying, okay? Don't count on that. It almost never happens, but you can't go by what they say. That's all I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's see. All right. No, I'm not in New York. We are in Florida, but we help people everywhere make the United States their permanent home. It doesn't matter where we are located, Multan. Right now, we have clients in 47 states, okay? And it doesn't matter where you are. Look at us. We're communicating, right? That's not the issue. Thank you. You're welcome, Regis. When will the application be open to Ghana? I don't know. Naturalization, I have to apply this November. Okay, maybe, I don't know, I'll look. How do I get fiance visa? Okay, this is how you get fiance visa. Your US citizen fiance needs to petition for you. Have them give us a call. and we can help them with the process. They will need to be able to petition for you. Once their petition they have to make sure they met with you in person at least once. At least once they have to have met you in person. Okay? So, all right, good. So, the DV visa is being given again. I don't know what the government thinks. Clients who are asking me early May, hey, do you think we are going to get more TPS Haiti? Because if we're not, we are leaving the country. I'm like, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. So if that's the case, you need to do what you need to do, right? So some left, some stayed. Guess what? TPS for Haiti got passed the day after I told the clients that. I do not know. Until it is announced by the government, we do not know. It's not that we have an inside line to them, okay? So those who left are out of luck. Those who are still here can get TPS. TPS is not a green card. It's a temporary program, okay? I'm Ethiopian. How can I apply for American visa? Like I said in the beginning, go apply for a visa as soon as it opens. Right now, nothing is happening. How can I clear my old case in the immigration system? I don't even know what your old case is. There might be a way to fix it. There might not be a way to fix it. If you were ordered, deported, or removed from the United States, right now you have a decent chance of getting that taken care of. Give us a call. We will probably need to do a research in your case, do a Freedom of Information Act request, get a copy of that. That takes about a year from the government. And once we get that, we can give you proper advice as to what the next steps are. So if you're ready to actually do something about your immigration, give us a call, all right? J1 visa waiver for Fulbright, or I don't know enough about it to give you advice on that, okay? There are J1 visas available for some, and there are J1 visas that are not, okay? So it really depends. And just because you had the Fulbright scholarship doesn't necessarily mean you're eligible for the visa waiver. J1 visa waivers are issued in certain circumstances, and not everybody needs them. You might actually need to do first an advisory opinion and make sure that you need it. It's sometimes not necessary, okay? So my old case is that I fail a DNA test. Maybe you have other options with other family members where you don't need to have a DNA. And if you fail a DNA, that means you didn't have the right relationship. We see this happen quite a bit when parents lie to their children, telling them who their dad is, and that's not the case. And then the child goes 20-something years, 30 years, 40 years thinking, oh, that's my dad. Okay, and it turns out they didn't know. So this is not a fraudulent case. It's a matter of you not knowing. It's not an issue, but you might have other options. It depends. If you are in the United States, it depends if you are outside the United States. If you are in the United States and you filed an application based on that DNA and that failed, first, you shouldn't have filed until you knew the DNA results. If it's not in removal proceedings, okay, so if it never ended up before the immigration judge, you are way better off, okay? So it really depends. I don't know. Is it costly to help someone with a tourist visa get permanent residence? I don't know what that question means, okay? If you mean you getting paid to help someone get residence, that's fraud. Stay away from it. Don't do it. Don't touch it. If you mean what are the legal fees for that, application fees alone going to the federal government are $1,760. They will also need a medical exam, translations. They may need other research into their immigration history, criminal history, and all that. And then there are the attorney's fees. And yes, it is not an inexpensive process. When you travel on a visitor visa, how long can you stay in the country for? It depends. Depends on the type of visa. Some visas allow you to come on a visitor visa, for example. It's a 10-year visa. During that 10 years, you can come to the United States. You are only allowed to stay in the United States for the period of time that is stamped on your passport. If the immigration officer, when you enter the country, doesn't like your face that day, you could have 3 days. If they don't have an issue with you, you can get as much as 6 months. Generally speaking, they allow about 3 to 6 months unless they have reason to believe that you don't have the money to support yourself for that long period of time, or if they see immigrant intent. Okay. My brother was working with US in Afghanistan, but now he wants to come here, how he can apply for a visa. If he was working in Afghanistan, helping the US troops or US government there, and he has proof of that, for example, that is a very good option for interpreters, then there are visas specifically for them. Okay, there is a specific type of visa. Okay. F4 2008 from Fiji, I was sponsored, which is going on now. I'll tell you that one in a second. See, that's a specific question that I can address. Tell you in a minute. Let's see. All right. So hold on, because I missed the, okay, F4 from 2008. Okay. Right now, they are processing applications filed in October 2007. Okay, so you don't have a lot to wait, okay? US was filed in 2008, so about a year and a half. But don't forget, like I said in the beginning of this video, there are 500,000 cases pending at the National Visa Center, and that's a huge backlog. And the longer this closeout of the consulates is going to take, the longer it's going to take for you to get the visa, okay? All right. So I have run out of time for today. Let's see. I don't have... Right. So I don't have too many questions. Question processing for F1 application. It really depends on where you file, depending on where you lived. Okay. Where you live, because it really goes by that. All right. So see you guys hopefully on Friday, and we are going to address LGBTQ and immigration on Friday. Okay. Any questions you have between now and then, you know where to find us. Before you ask me the questions, really look at all the TikToks, because I have plenty that apply to all of you and actually address your questions. All right. So talk to you guys soon.